you're mainly going to want to click this one here, belongs to shorts. And you could upload a video file, and I think that's the option that we're going to go for. Or you can even upload a YouTube link. The examples, I used a YouTube link, but the reason I don't want to use a YouTube link is because we already generate subtitles within the YouTube videos. And so when Opus starts generating those shorts, because it includes those subtitles that we already input in the video, sometimes it looks chaotic because there's also the subtitles that Opus generates. And the subtitles from the YouTube video are usually cut off because when it gets Peter's face, it's only taking a small portion of the full video. And so you can see here that sometimes they'll crop this portion here and you only get a cutoff of the subtitles. Since it's not the cleanest, and that's why my suggestion would be probably to upload the raw video itself, or you can export another version before you integrate the subtitles and then upload it into here. But for now, I'm going to do a YouTube link. So I'll copy this one. This has a split screen. It has Peter presenting something while he is recording himself. I'm going to paste the YouTube video in. It's going to pick it up. And you're going to want to click from clip model, either clip basic or clip anything. Clip basic, I go to this one once I get used to clip anything, but I would start with clip anything. And that's because this is a bit more flexible with what you specify and the kind of options that you pick. So I'll go first to clip basic just to show you that there's not really much options for us to adjust other than right here, which is the duration of the videos. We typically want to pick 30 seconds to 1 minute. Of course, apply some hooks, and then they allow us to input a prompt as well as which portion of the video we should get these short forms from. Clip basic, as I mentioned, we'll use this after we have templates created, and the templates will be created after we play around with clip anything first. And so same thing, we'll do clip anything, we'll do 30 seconds to 1 minute, an auto hook. And this is where it's the important portion. Depending on the genre of the content, they'll have different editing formats. Because mortgage loan and refinance information is very educational, similar to this one where this guy's talking about stocks. It's going to look a bit more like this based on these options that we pick. And again, you can let AI detect, you can try out different ones as you're playing around in the beginning. But for me, I think I pick like talking head and speech, not marketing and webinar, but more informative and educational. And I think that was it. Sometimes I pick podcasts, sometimes I pick commentary, sometimes I pick marketing webinar, but for now I'll just do these two, talking head and informative educational. And in here we can do stuff like give me shorts about the most important information. Or it could be short, give me the most viral moments. If you are actually aware of what the video is talking about, let's say it's talking about 4 hacks for realtors, then you can just say 4 hacks for realtors. And something where, as we utilize different AI programs, another good option is a lot of times coming up with a prompt is difficult. And so you could get the SRT file from the video, upload it to ChatGPT or Gemini, and ask it to give you multiple prompts to feed Opus. And I always specify which AI program we're going to feed this prompt to, because ChatGPT and Gemini know how to adjust the prompt specifically for that AI program. So you can keep it simple by just writing a simple prompt, or if you want to get really deep into it, as you get more familiar with this program, then we can start making the prompts more advanced. But for now, I'm just going to do give me the most viral moments. Gonna ask it to use the whole video length. And then right now, I kind of played around with it. I don't like these templates yet. That's why I'm gonna lock in a template once I have an output that I really like. But for now, you can do just quick presets. And this is very similar to the types of dynamic subtitles you can generate within CapCut. So I might do this. Actually, let me try this. No, I will try this one. And of course, we want 9 to 16. Once you do this a couple times and you know which selections and settings give you the best output, then you would kind of just redo that and then do save settings above as default, and then it would appear in your templates. But for now, we're still playing around. And then I would do get clips in one click. This tells you how much credit it's going to use. You can upload an SRT if you want their subtitles to be more accurate. You can edit the subtitles within the program, but again, sometimes it saves time if you just upload the SRT beforehand. Like I said, I'm not going to actually click this. We're going to just go into what it already generated here for you. And what you'll notice is that it will always give you 10 options. You could preview it with each video here. Not only do they give you 10 options, but they organize it based on a scoring that they do, whether it's SEO terminologies or these attributes, hook, flow, value, trend. And majority of the time, their scores are pretty high. I don't think they give anything under 50. So, once you get to number 12, it starts to get a little low. To be honest, sometimes it feels like they repeat information, so I would go through them. But as long as you're getting like 3 to 5 videos from one long form video, it's good enough. And so again, they also do make it easy to pick which ones to use based on the score. So I typically look at the first 5, just kind of preview them, make sure they're not repeating information, and then I'll just use those first 5. Now, if you want to edit these because they're not perfect, sometimes the cropping isn't placed right or it's not using the split screen that you want, you will just go into here, edit clips. It has a lot of these quick settings down here, but if you go into edit clips, it'll include all of these features in addition to a lot more. And then, of course, you can only download from this page. So after you edit, you will kind of go back to this page and then you would download the file from here once it's done. But let's go into edit clips. And I'm just going to show you some surface level edits that you can do, similar to things that we do in CapCut. But to get the full video on all the different features, I would just watch this video. And again, it does a very good job of explaining everything. It doesn't go through, I would say it goes through like 50%. Beyond that, it's just too many features that aren't really necessary. With the quality and the content type that Peter wants based off of this example, everything that this video shows is good enough. Now, the layout is pretty straightforward. Subtitles on the left, video in the middle, different editing features on the right, and the timeline here at the bottom. The main things to edit are, of course, subtitles, and you can just double click and delete and rewrite to correct. You'll see that there are some highlight words. You can choose different colored highlights. Sometimes, for past videos, we do green for good news, red for bad news. And so if you want to change the color options, you go over here to the right side. I believe it will be here. So you'll go into captions, font, and then these colors here, and then you can adjust it however you want. And the video goes through that as well. So that's how you can edit the captions. That's how you can change the colors or pick a completely different color if you want. Now, when it comes to this video itself, you can double click it, and actually, let me first show you. So right now, we're in a layout called fit, where it's trying to fit the video, the whole YouTube video within the dimensions of an Instagram video. You can double click it, and you can kind of tell it how to adjust based on the screen. You can tighten it, enlargen it. And so if I do this, hit apply, now it'll only show Peter's portion. But let's say we want to do that split screen. You will go into your layout, and these are the only options. And to be honest, you probably only use these three: fill, fit, and split. Fill, of course, I guess I already did the editing to make it into a fill. Fit would be trying to fit that whole screen into here. And it's going to blur out the uh, open spaces. And then split is most likely the option that we'll want to go. And it'll auto detect which ones to place. So it's already auto detecting that this is his face and this is his screen. Of course, you can change the placement. This one can be, oops, the top. This one can be at the bottom. Same thing, you can double click, decide which portion of the bottom screen to use. And then same thing for the top. We can tell it to use this whole portion here. What it'll also do is it'll give you the subtitles in the center. That's typically where we want it for a split screen, but of course you can move it around wherever you want. And you'll notice that there's this highlighted box that appears once you start dragging. This highlighted barrier is indicating where the social media icons will be, like, subscribe, share, follow, and then the captions and stuff will all be down here. And so it's using this box to tell you not to include things in those areas. So we'll definitely keep it here in the center. And then up here, there is a title or a title that it generated as well. You can, of course, adjust it however you want. But they tend to try to make the viral hooks and stuff. So sometimes it's okay to leave it as is. If you want it there during the duration of the whole video, some do cat cut, you can just drag around. Now this one, they did it pretty well or pretty cleanly, where this video file is just one. Sometimes they split it up, especially to make it a bit more dynamic. And so if you want to edit that portion, you would have to make sure you're clicking on each cut portion. As I mentioned, this one is a bit more simple because it's just one clip. I'll try to show you an example where there's multiple sections where you might have to edit multiple times the same way because it's split up into clips. I don't think you can edit uniformly by selecting them all and then doing some tweaks. I don't think it'll apply to all of them. Now, the example I showed you, so we're pretty much there. The last example I would probably show you is including that Be Real. And so that button is here on the right, click Be Real. And most times you would actually, both could work. I would sometimes use stock, and interestingly, stock has the same footages from Pexels, which is the website that I tell you to use non-copyright footages. And so then you don't really get to pick and choose. You just press the button and then it'll automatically input it for you. So now we have the B-Reels included, and they usually align with what the subtitles are saying. So it will be applicable stuff. So instead of going to Pexels and typing like loan document signing during the short portion where Peter's talking about signing XYZ documents, the Opus Be Real AI feature will just kind of find those videos for you, which makes it a lot easier. And if you don't like any of them, then you can just delete it. But of course, you are also able to do auto-generate AI. And that will, again, I always go with this one first. If this doesn't cut it, then you can try this one. You can tell it's not really prompt based. but it sometimes makes AI generated people, which is not the best, but a lot of times as well, it does just standard videos. So I'll play around with the two, see which one you prefer, which one gets it to the look that you want faster, but definitely leave that up to you to play around with.